We can't.
I went ahead and unmuted this, so whenever you're ready.
Okay, it's close. It's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna call the meeting to order. Let's stand and say the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could you call roll?
Alderman Williams.
Here.
Alderman Falconberry.
Here.
Alderman Hill.
Here.
Alderman Joyce.
Here.
Alderman Morton.
Here.
Alderman Sedlak.
Here.
Okay, we're all here. If you will look at the agenda, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion. Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. There are no changes to the agenda. So all in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? You have the approval of the minutes. It's the next item. You have the minutes in front of you.
Make a motion.
I have a motion to.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Motion, minutes are approved. Citizen input. Anyone here to speak? Citizen input?
Do I need to re-speak for last week on the liquor store?
That's up to you.
I don't have any changes unless somebody has questions.
Okay. We'll move on then to communication from mayor. I do not have anything other than there will be a special call meeting February 23rd at 6 p.m. It's after the Tuesday after the planning commission. There's a little bit of business there. And then we will do more discussion in depth with Mark.
Did you say 6:30?
6, I'm sorry.
I don't know what you said. Do you want to announce about the blue ribbon cuttings?
Blue ribbon cuttings are going to be Friday at BYT at 11 o'clock. And the next one will be
Tuesday.
Tuesday, the 16th at 10 o'clock.
That works.
Anything else? Anybody want to report? Okay, we will have the reports. Most of them are hard copy in front of you. Do you have anything, Mark, you want to report?
Not today, of course. I reached out to the board about setting a retirement date, which we'll, talk about a little more in depth at the next meeting. But that's all I've got other than what's on my report.
Thank you. You have anything you want to on yours?
Unless y'all have any questions or concerns.
Anyone have any questions on financial reports? If hearing none, we'll move on to old business. Is there any old business? Not, we'll move on to new business. Resolution 2021-04, purchase of police vehicles. I'm assuming the chief wants to say something.
If anybody has any questions about it, I'll be happy to answer any questions. Normally, it's included in our budget, but this year with the budget being approached differently, if anybody has a question, I'll answer.
What's different, a new one or just?
It's a new one, and the price that's on there is under the BQ2 section there at the bottom. And it's comparable to the old.
We're not getting rid of none, though, right? We're still gonna be able to keep all we got.
Yes, we're gonna keep everything that we have, and we're adding to our fleet. We're replacing a vehicle that currently has 80,000 miles on it.
If it needs a motion, I'll make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Any discussion? Could you call roll, please?
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
Alderman Falconberry.
Yes.
Alderman Hill.
Yes.
Alderman Joyce.
Yes.
Alderman Morton.
Yes.
Alderman Sedlak.
Yes.
Motion carries.
What's the timeframe on you have them?
Well, if I can get it ordered tomorrow, it'll be in production before March, so hopefully by July.
Basically, we add one in our.
Yes,
We do, and normally we do in July,
Yes.
so we're a little further behind the 8 ball this year.
Okay, ordinance 2021-01, ordinance to rezone parcel 01636.00 and 01637.00. This had a favorable recommendation from
I
the
make a
planning
motion.
commission. Have a motion to approve.
What are we rezoning to? What is this?
It's,
It's me, a business, right?
yeah, we're rezoning to a B2. There was some discussion in this on whether it, B1 or M1 or B2 for these couple of parcels. And the gentleman wants to stick with his original recommendation, which the appropriate,
he wanted all of it to be the
he
same.
wanted all of it to be the same, and the appropriate classification would be
B2.
B2.
Which is a little more
That's fine.
costly
That's
for
good.
him.
Yeah, for him, it'll make it look a lot better and everything. I'll second the motion.
Which ones are these ones?
It's 36 and 37, right at the corner of Crutcher
They'll be
Road.
together.
This is where you're
It's right, it's
right across from
warehouse. Okay.
across an industrial property.
He's willing to do that. We gotta pass it because it's gonna be well worth it.
3D rendering of the building, kind of get a better idea, clear idea. For some reason, they printed those off, they come out a lot darker.
This is 31.
Yeah,
This is the existing house.
it's coming in this side and this
Okay.
side.
Sorry, I just think that's.
No, just flip the page and kind of give you a better idea, it's a pretty nice looking building.
You do understand you'll have to do a little bit more to the.
Yeah, that was all brick.
All brick.
Barrier.
That's good. I'm fine with it. There we go.
What are we putting there? That's gonna be for Platinum Building Solutions, we do bars and garages,
Large and garages.
custom homes.
Well, I'm not down as much, I'm falling behind.
It's the first time it's been printed.
okay. I have a motion on the floor and a second. Any other discussion? Could you call roll, please?
Alderman Williams,
Yes.
Alderman Falconberry,
Yes.
Alderman Hill.
Yes.
Alderman Joyce,
Yes,
Alderman Morton,
Yes.
Alderman Sedley.
Yes.
carries. Is there any other business?
I have my monthly question. As I understand it, there are 3 employees in this building. 2 have had the virus, the other has had the vaccine. Can we open up ever?
Yes, I mean, actually, we're open right now by appointment.
Yeah,
But, if it were up to me, we would be open everywhere all the
well,
time.
it is.
But
Kind of is. And,
Yeah.
what I don't mean up to me
no,
as far as this building goes, I meant the whole world.
Well, right, but this building is up to you. And this building belongs to the town. It doesn't belong to me.
That's correct. And anybody that wants to come in here can make an appointment and come in.
What's the logic behind that? Is it for your comfort?
No, it's not for my comfort. But
Good.
it does take into consideration all that's going on, statewide, plus, talking to my employees and their comfort level. It's not just 1 or 2. It's,
Well, there are 3 in this building. 2 have had it. 1 has been vaccinated.
That doesn't mean they can't get it again, Ms. Dye. We don't know if they
You
can
can
get it again.
get it right here. You can. I've never seen a mask in this building. There are other choices besides, shutting it down except when I want to see you. There are other choices.
like I say,
And may I recommend that you open it up and everybody wear masks and keep social distance, wash your hands. What they say on TV 24 hours a day.
I hope to just open it up before too long. That's what I prefer to do.
I ask a question. I know in the next couple of weeks you're gonna be paying taxes. How do we go about, if it's closed, how do we go about paying our taxes?
Look one.
Well, that's what I was actually, I didn't know.
Oh, make an appointment.
All right.
There's a drug.
There's nothing that can't be done the way
Okay, I
we're
didn't
doing it
realize
right
you could
now.
pull up to the window.
Oh, why? why is it being done this way? We've been closed. I mean, this time since before Thanksgiving. Everybody else is open. The bank is open. The health department's open. The schools are open. And this building with 3 employees cannot open?
Like I say, I'm basing that off information that I get and.
What have you gotten
Conversation.
that none of the rest of us have got?
Well, I talk to my employees that, that nobody else talks to. And when you have a situation where you have all this going on, and even if you have one person that's not comfortable with it, why would you make a person uncomfortable or take that chance when you don't have to, when it's absolutely 100% unnecessary? Because we can do everything that we need to do the way it is.
Okay, except, and I went along with this reluctantly forever, except that at this point, of the 3 employees, 2 have had the virus, 1 has had the 2nd dose of vaccination.
And the cottage even being closed is still.
Well, there's a fourth employee. There's a 4th employee.
Well, she said it's here, or she's here some, but she could just easily work for the department. If
She's here.
the fear is that great.
She's here every day, half a day.
What about a mask? Has anybody thought about a mask?
Well, we have them up there. For
Has anybody
that wants to use
worn
them.
one?
We have, actually.
You hadn't needed to because the building's been closed.
Actually, I put one on when we had a visitor the other day.
Well, that's thoughtful.
But when I come in here out of the.
Exactly.
Am I the only one that thinks this is insane to be closed at this point? Completely closed except by appointment?
I would prefer it to be open.
Well, it's just nuts. It
That's
makes
just
no
my
sense to the CDC. I mean, people went to the Super Bowl. And not everybody, but you can take the same precautions that I take when I go to the grocery, or don't I?
When do you project that you want to open?
Uh,
What's your gut feeling that,
it's not something that I think about too often since we can do everything that we normally do. We had a meeting in here just the other day. We have, these meetings where everybody's comfortable with what they're doing. It's not something that disrupts anything that we do.
Well, there's a reason. I just hadn't figured. When something doesn't make sense, there's something wrong. That's the words from Judge Judy. And this doesn't make sense. So there's something going on that I don't know what it is yet. And maybe I'll find out August.
Well, I'd be glad to tell you after this meeting, but it's not something that I'm going to discuss, during the meeting.
I do want to say that I did see in the paper that we have the bid out for the library. And so that will be coming up pretty soon, and I'm excited about that. And then that means that we are probably maybe have to hire some people to do some moving, some extra people to do some moving of furniture and things around and get that building cleaned out. That's just kind of for your information there.
I have another point of information. They're going to be starting to do their ISO inspection of the fire department. So Matt wanted to let you guys know that there's certain things that Mark and their guys have to come up with as well as the fire department. But it's coming up now, so it's going to be something that may need improvement or will run just right. But he's under the gun right now to get it done in a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks is what his appointment is set so far.
Thank you. And they're probably into the, I've not met with anyone yet on doing the budget, but I'm sure that's kind of underway and everyone's working on the budget. I know if your committee, if you're kind of the person who's the liaison to help with some of that. And I do want to say we're just kind of here to help them and get them as much,
I've had my meeting with the chief already.
Okay, and advocate, not to supplant them by any means, but to advocate to the board for them. one-time comes. Any other business?
As for the budget meetings, it just has to be at night or on a weekend for me. But if I have to be there, that's the only thing that I ask.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, rise.
Guys.
It was a pretty short meeting. January and February, it's
Do we,
always
uh,
pretty.
Do we need to have a special call? Hey, Dottie? Yes. I would like one.
Well, it
Okay,
could
I'm not sure, I don't need to
probably
calm
be
down a few minutes first, but
That's fine. Whatever yours too, why we are.
We can put that on the.
Well, like I say, I'd be glad to talk to you about it now or later.
okay, well, let's do it now.